I think we've heard, I want to first say thank you to Representative Gates and Elise Stefanik for leading this resolution. Look, this town started the witch hunt the moment that President Trump was elected. And it began through every part of this deep state in this town and through you, the media. From the Russian collusion hoax to then there was the phone call, which was ironically what the very thing that an administration ought to be looking at and what we're looking at today, which is corruption by the previous administration in Ukraine. It's sad that we have to do the job that you're supposed to be doing in the press. And that's why the American people are frustrated. And as you can imagine, that's why many of them came to their nation's capital in frustration, not just at what they saw happening in the election process, but because they were frustrated with you, the media, who they felt like they couldn't trust anymore. And so they're in the Capitol, and you know what's ironic? Not one of them was armed. You know, I come from Missouri where a lot of people are armed. Not one of the people up here was armed, and I don't know how you're gonna take over the Capitol if you're not armed. So first and foremost, it's ridiculous to say that someone with face paint and bison horns is here to take over the Capitol, okay? In Missouri, when I was in the Missouri Capitol, we had protesters come in all the time. We would call what happened on that day a Wednesday in the Missouri Capitol, okay? We welcome free speech. We welcome people telling us what we should be doing, how to vote, letting people express their frustration peacefully through their elective process and their First Amendment rights. Because as our founders have said, if they can't do it through that process, they will do it through a more violent process. And it's your job in the press to uphold those First Amendment rights. And it's your job to make sure that people's rights aren't being taken away, and ultimately that people know and have trust in you and this government. At the end of the day, you can't say that Trump was involved in insurrection when there was no insurrection. That's at the end of the day. And it's ridiculous that this place continues to clutch pearls towards an individual who represents the interests of most people in this country, most hardworking, blue-collar Americans in this country that just love their country. Thank you. Oh, sorry. My good buddy from Georgia, Representative Mike Collins.